For the last 50 years, this blinking line has been the universal symbol of digital friction. It represents a machine that is doing absolutely nothing until you give it a reason to exist. This is the turn-based paradigm. You construct an input, the machine processes it, and then it delivers an output. It's a rigid, sequential rhythm that treats computing like a game of chess. In the 1990s, the push web scaled this limitation into a global monologue. Websites were essentially digital pamphlets, static brochureware that offered zero agency beyond clicking a hyperlink to open another rigid document. By the 2000s, the web became a dynamic database. We started injecting our own data through search queries and profile updates, forcing applications to react and render tailored pages. But even this interactive web relied on HTTP request cycles. It kept us trapped in a stop-and-wait holding pattern, where the system only moved when it was told to fetch a specific asset. Modern AI agents were supposed to break this mold, but they inherited the same transactional plumbing. We gave them voices, yet forced them to communicate through the same turn-based logic of the 2000s internet. This is the compounding latency tax. In traditional voice agents, your audio has to hit a transcription engine, then a language model, and finally a speech generator. Each handoff adds a processing penalty. By the time the machine responds, the rhythm of human speech is already broken. This delay forces the AI to act as a passive tool you operate, rather than an active partner you collaborate with. To achieve true, fluid conversation, we don't just need faster models. We need to dismantle this entire sequential architecture. The solution is a move away from request and response grids and toward continuous multimodal data streams. The engineering fix swaps stateless HTTP endpoints for a single stateful WebSocket connection. Think of it as an open pipe that stays live throughout the entire interaction. Inside this connection, a single event loop handles data in two directions at once. Raw binary fragments of your voice stream up, while the model's responses stream back down simultaneously. New APIs, like Gemini Live, collapse those three separate processing steps into a single cognitive inference leap. By processing raw audio directly, the system bypasses the transcription middleman and drops response times below 500 milliseconds. Eliminating that processing delay is the precise requirement for machine inference to finally match the natural speed of human speech. But real conversation isn't just fast, it's chaotic. Humans interrupt each other, a behavior technically known as barging. In a traditional web request, once you hit submit, you lose control. There is no clean way to halt the machine mid-sentence and tell it to start over. Because WebSockets use separate, asynchronous tracks for input and output, the client can fire an instant cancellation signal. The AI immediately halts its output, clears its current queue, and processes new input in real time. This kills the need for a submit button. We're moving from a world of rigid syntax to one of fluid, conversational flow. When the machine no longer waits for a discrete command, your role changes. Because you can interrupt and course correct instantly, you move from being a manual builder to a creative director. This enables vibe design. If an agent can hear your tone and see your sketches as you make them, it can infer the strategic direction of a project through natural language rather than explicit code. This unlocks media that is rendered in real time. We can now generate liquid games that evolve their physics based on a weather prompt, or digital twins that can synthesize an entire life history from raw family memoirs. The interface itself has become generative. It adapts to your strategic vision on the fly, transforming from a tool that executes files into a partner that shares your creative space. We have progressed from the push-only monologue of the 1990s to a landscape of real-time, multimodal collaboration. Remember that blinking cursor from the start of the story, the symbol of the machine waiting for you to tell it what to do? That cursor is dead. The rigid, turn-based barrier dissolves when input and output flow together in a continuous, bi-directional stream. We are leaving the era of transactional databases and entering one of shared cognition. Computers are no longer just tools for executing commands. They are active intellectual partners, co-creating our reality in real time.